Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 32. I'm Mike and this is
Kristine. Hi.
And we've taken an extended break to kind of reevaluate things, and plus you were gone for almost 3 weeks.
I had military and then a surgery, so good times.
Good times, I say. And weird times. Lots of weird stuff going on in this world right now. Planet is protesting. Record heat. We've had record heat out here.
Wildfires have gone ballistic.
Yeah, everything's burning down. There's a virus running amok, and people want to hurt each other. So we're just kind of kicking back. So episode 32. Can you believe it? It's been over a year. So anyway, shout outs go to my buddy Larry Lawson in Florida with Indian River Hauntings. Check him out on YouTube. He has a live show. It should be coming back anytime now, Larry. Let's get it going. And my good buddy Chris Hoff out over in England, who is a co-host for Larry's show. Can't wait to get those guys back on there. It's a fun show. We haven't been doing much because of all this craziness in this world right now. Been busy losing friends,
Basically.
more than anything else. But also gaining friends, and the ones we gain are probably good friends. So because of all this angst in the world, it seems like there's more paranormal activity. It seems like the veil is getting thinner. I've mentioned this before, like where we go to our gold mines and stuff. It just seems like a special place. It's closer to the other side. It seems like, the veil is thinner, as they say. It seems like it's happening everywhere, though. Haven't had too much paranormal stuff happening to myself, but you've had some stuff happen. We hear weird stuff. UFO sightings are off the chart here lately across the world. It's almost like it's all building up to something.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And let me tell you what we're building up to. The beer challenge.
Yeah.
We're not going to stop the beer challenge.
Wait for it. Yeah.
So today we have, it's called Ex Nova.
Ooh, there we go.
And it's a German-style Pilsner. Kind of cool looking.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hopefully it's not an IPA.
Please don't.
It's Pilsner, but we've been fooled before, people. Let's try it out.
Gross.
Prost. That's good. It's a Pilsner. It tastes like a beer.
It's not bad.
I don't know where this came from. The Beer Fairy, most likely.
The beer fairy.
But, hey, it's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Give it an 8.
I think I'm feeling an 8 too. Like I was going back and forth between a 7 and an 8, but it's not an IPA, so I think an 8 is fitting.
I agree. So today we're going to hear a little story from Kristine. She was deployed for a couple of weeks. Actually, almost 3 weeks, because you went to one end of the state for a while and then you went down there.
Yeah, good times.
But you got, instead of going someplace fantastic, they went to their armory and spent 2 weeks in the armory. So go ahead.
So essentially, I never really had any personal experiences at my armory, but I've heard a lot of stories, especially for people who stayed out there and actually slept through the night. The biggest one that I heard was about a little girl who likes to wander the armory. And one of my sergeants at the time was unlocking the building, walking in, doing his normal thing. And he saw a little girl go running by. And originally he thought it was one of the daughters to one of the privates. So he started calling them like, "Hey, private! Hey, private!" And they tried calling the little girl's name and no one responded. So eventually he pulled out his phone and he actually called the private. And what he found was that the private was on the other side of the town doing his own little thing. So that freaked him out a little bit.
So that's usually a private that shows up with a little girl or a little kid?
Well, he thought it was he thought it was that private's little girl, essentially.
So he thought the private was there with the girl?
Yeah.
But he wasn't there?
Yeah, essentially. It was in the early morning, so he was especially weirded out by it.
Now, I told you to take all our equipment over there.
Yeah.
And spend a couple nights in there by yourself.
Yep, it's very weird.
I don't know what happened. Did you?
No. I don't think I want to go there. But there was one of my friends who actually did stay the night during this little deployment. And from what she told me, that there was a lot of banging noises and noises that she couldn't figure out what they were. Like a lot of popping noises, a lot of cracking noises. there was a point where she actually got up and was getting ready to go to the restrooms. And so she decided to peek her head out, and a little girl popped her head out of the corner, and she basically noped out, pulled the door closed, and said, "I'm not doing that again." And she finally grew the courage and just went the other way the little girl was to the restrooms.
Did she spend the next night there?
No, she did not. She decided that she was out. She did not care how. She was leaving.
She went AWOL because of a ghost.
I won't say AWOL, but she was not staying there again. She was going to find her own means of staying near the armory, but not at the armory.
Good story. Good story. Mm-hmm. So it seems like, and you hear a lot about military installations, new and old, that are all kind of creepy or have haunting stories, huh?
Yep.
You said you heard something about the one you were up in Farmington, New Mexico? Mm-hmm. What was the deal with that one?
So from what I've heard from a few of the specialists out there is there's apparently a ghost that likes to mop the halls. So
It's a good ghost.
Apparently, it's a really nice ghost apparently.
Need to get him over here.
Oh,
Never
right.
mind.
He, like, from what I understand, he'll even, like, fill the mop bucket, he'll go around, do his thing, mopping, and then he'll even dump the mop bucket himself.
That's awesome.
Yep. You'll hear, like, doors shutting as he's moving around, doing this thing. And just really nice ghost, apparently.
Good times. And then you were also stationed in Missouri, and that's in a really old, Camp Leonardwood?
Yep, Fort Lost in the Wood.
Yeah, that's an old camp that's been around for a long time, and you can just imagine how many people, the trauma they have felt over there, and I'm sure there's been some pretty stories. What have you heard from that place?
There's been a lot of stories, but for my company in particular, there was this one story the drill sergeant used to tell us where they would see shadows throughout the halls. They would see privates, like just people that would be walking past them doing their things. I've heard stories of them saying they were shaking awake in the middle of the night whenever they fell asleep. And I've also heard a story of them say that at one point when the battalion was first made, that apparently someone had hanged themselves in one of the latrines. And I think, if I remember correctly, they did it with their belts. So there's that story, and they think it was that private that hanged themselves.
Yeah, military bases. Well, look at Chris Hoff. He goes to these old World War II military bases in England and catches just a ton of evidence over there. Speaking of evidence, we're going to be going out here fairly soon and get back at it and maybe try to collect some new evidence. This house here has been a little bit active. Shadowy figures keep appearing every once in a while. Like I said, the veil's getting thinner, it seems like. So I'd like to get back up to Chama one more time, just before winter hits, which is not too far away. Our trees are turning already.
Yep.
Maybe go out to that old cemetery where we caught some really, really good EVPs out there. And this time, collect some EVPs and document them real good so we can submit them to Larry Lawson. So anyway, we haven't done a whole lot of investigating, mainly because you've been gone. I wanted to take some time off and just rethink what we've been doing. See, we're still heading in the right direction, just take a little break. So anyway, we'd like to get back out and do some investigating. Before winter comes, it's getting closer and our trees are already turning yellow, which seems kind of early, I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
On a different note, Sasquatch sightings have been up too, across the world.
Ooh.
A lot of sightings, a lot of cryptic sightings, which is awesome because I'm a believer there's something out there. There's a reason camera equipment stops working. It's kind of like UFOs. People always complain like all the UFOs are always crappy pictures. They're always out of focus. And it's usually stated by people that don't ever step outside. They're like they sit behind the computer all day long and just critique and argue about other people's product. Go out there and do it yourself. I mean, we've experienced it.
Yep.
We've tried three
different occasions. And all 3 times when we did see an anomaly in the sky, which we did all 3 times, the camera would aid and not pick it up, or the battery had died, or it wouldn't focus. There was always something going on. And we had this camera, we had the GoPro, we had 2 cell phone cameras, and our small infrared camera. Yep, and none of them will work. None of them can pick it up.
None of them could pick it up. So it's not as easy as you think. And like Sasquatch pictures, why is there no clear Sasquatch picture? I don't know, maybe they have electronic interference with the equipment. I don't know, but there's stuff out there. We've seen the footprint, and we've heard knocks.
Yeah, the knocks are weird.
In a place that is not accessible. I mean, it is accessible, obviously, we went there, but...
It's not an area where humans commonly go near for any given reason.
And it's a gated area. I mean, it's the place is surrounded, and we heard it. We heard it. So weird stuff is out there, and sooner or later it'll all come to. The truth will come out sooner or later, with the UFOs especially, because now, the U.S. government finally, after freaking 80 years of this crap, has admitted there's things out there they can't explain. That's crazy. It's nothing new. We've known it. But they finally came out and admitted it. And influential people, the ranking officers from the military have come forth and said they've seen things they can't explain. That opens up a whole different door. We could do a whole episode on aliens. Just, are they already here? Are they already amongst us? Are we part alien? Are we aliens? Who knows?
There's a lot that could be done about that.
Are they people from other dimensions? Either way, this beer is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not half bad.
Definitely an 8 or a 9. I might bump it up to a 9.
I'm going to stick to an 8, but it's not bad. I definitely do like it.
It's okay. So anyway, episode 32, just chit-chatting. I had some good stories about the military bases.
Yeah, just some of my small little stories that I know of.
I hope you guys stay tuned. I hope you keep enjoying these videos. I hope you don't take anything too personal that I may say that pisses you off. As they say, get over it. There's more to life than this. In the big picture, we're not kids anymore. Well, you are. But
I'm 25.
You know what I'm talking about. You're not going to be around forever, and life's too short to be hating. So stop hating. Stop hating stuff. Just be good. Be good to each other, you asshole.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait.
What?
It's kind of passive-aggressive.
Yeah. Should I be offended right now?
That wasn't even passive. That was just aggressive.
That was not
Just kidding, you're not an asshole. Well, maybe just a little bit. All right, anything to say?
I don't understand what just happened. But other than that, no.
Episode 32 is in the bag. We're going to start putting them out more frequently now again, probably every other week. Hopefully we're going to get out and do some stuff. If the weather starts cooling up, it'll be even nicer. I know, I bitched all winter long how it's not going to warm up. Now I'm bitching how it's too hot to do anything. But hey, I'm old and retired. That one perfect weather. That's all there's to it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share this with other people. I'd like to see that subscriber count get to 500 one of these years.
We do have like a little giveaway we might plan if we start inching up there.
We still have Pritchard never came and picked up her silver. Been in contact with her, and she keeps promising she's going to come pick up her silver. She's also a law enforcement officer, has some fantastic stories, but apparently is camera shy. Maybe we can convince her to come out.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, she can do it. Other than that, we'll see you next time. So long.
Later. Be nice to each other.